Here.
So, well done. And it would seem I owe you something. Here you go. I think you'll find these quite useful.
Probably.
Judging from how well you've handled those shopkeepers, I'd say you've done more than simply prove yourself. We need people like you in our outfit. That's the spirit. Larceny's in your blood. The telltale sign of a practiced thief. I think you'll do more than just fit in around here. What's on your mind? We've run into a rough patch lately. But
Yeah.
it's nothing to be concerned about.
Yeah, judging from the
Tell you
place.
what, you keep making us coin, and I'll worry about everything else. Fair enough?
I suppose
Now, if
so.
there are no more questions, how about following me and I'll show you what we're all about?
Sure. Ayala, let's go.
Let me show you the operation.
Fancy
Then you can
mechanism.
ask your questions.
They can ask me, what if I kill you now? Fancy mechanism. Interesting place. Now I wonder what happens when a thief robs a thief. Oh, look at this. Chest. Oops, my bad. Guess there's no honor among thieves. That's what they say. Alright.
Keep following. It isn't far.
Oops, my bad again.
It's just this way. Keep following me.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. Oh, look at this. Free stuff for me. Free stuff there. Thieves, I'll take that. Thieves gloves, I'll take that. Sorry.
Let's wait until Brynjolf's here before we begin.
Mercer, this is the one I was talking about. Our new recruit.
This better not be another waste of the guild's resources, Brynjolf. Before we continue, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. If you play by the rules, you walk away rich.
Right.
You break the rules and you lose your share. No debates, no discussions. We do what we say, when we say. Do I make myself clear?
Yes.
Good, then I think it's time we put your expertise to the test.
Sure.
Wait a moment. You're not talking about Golden Glow, are you? Even our little Vex couldn't get in.
You claim this recruit possesses an aptitude for our line of work, so let him prove it. Golden Glow Estate is critically important to one of our largest clients. However, the owner has suddenly decided to take matters into his own hands and shut us out.
What do you need me
Needs
to do
be
now?
Taught a lesson. Brynjolf will provide you with the details.
Mercer, aren't you forgetting something?
Since Brynjolf assures me you'll be nothing but a benefit to us, then you're in. Welcome to the Thieves Guild.
Welcome to the family, lad.
Yeah,
I'm
good.
expecting you to make us a lot of coin. So don't disappoint me. Simple. Do as you're told and keep your blade clean. We can't turn a profit by killing. You should talk with Delvin Mallory and Vex. They know their way around this place, and they'll be able to kick some extra jobs your way. Oh, and talk to Tanelia in the Flagon. She'll set you up with your new armor. Golden
Right.
Glow Estate is a bee farm. They raise the wretched little things for honey. It's owned by some smart-mouthed wood elf named Arengoth. We need you to teach him a lesson by burning down 3 of the estate's hives and clearing out the safe in the main house. The catch is that you can't burn the whole place to the ground.
I
that
see.
important client Mercer mentioned would be furious if you did.
Changing hands, I see. Alright. Makes perfect sense.
Aye. The last thing we want to be doing is crossing our clients. Maven prefers that Arangoth remains alive, but if he tries to stop you from getting the job done, kill him. The guild has a lot riding on this. Don't make me look foolish by mucking it up. Golden Glow Estate brought in a mountain of gold for the guild. You could... Then out of the clear blue, Arangoth stopped sending us our cut. Mercer was, well, angry to put it kindly. So we send in Vex and find out he's hired a bunch of mercenaries to guard the place. Aye. Arangoth sent the city guard
Looks
packing
dangerous.
and fortified the entire island. In fact, Vex barely made it out of there alive. You should talk to her about it before you go. They're built like small fortresses to resist the weather. Besides, nothing tells the people of Riften we mean business better than a huge column of smoke. I'll give you one good reason. Maven Blackbriar. Burn all the hives, and she'd have to import honey for Blackbriar meadery, which would cut into her profits. We had an arrangement with Maven. We
Right.
kept an eye on Golden Glow
So it's
Estate
best for me
make
to
sure
be
the honey
careful,
kept flowing.
actually,
If the
with my
workers
work.
had a dispute, we'd rough them up. If competitors tried to buy honey from Arangoth, we'd steal the shipments. In return, Maven allowed us to extort Arangoth and bring in a huge payout. Let me put it to you this way. Nothing happens in Riften without Maven's consent. One word from her, and you could spend the rest of the Fourth Era in prison. Well, lad, I do just as well drawing a blade across my own neck. Where did this foolish request come from? Huh. So Sibi finally got the nerve to bare his teeth, eh? Look, this sounds like a family matter, and I don't want the guild in the middle of it. You do what you want. Just don't expect us at your back when Maven has your head on the executioner's block.
Fair enough.
You watch yourself on that island.
No, hey.
Those mercenaries don't
Would you have
think-
better? I'd like to know why you're wasting time asking about it when you should already be on your way.
I should kill
I'm
you.
watching you. Wanted to pull up a chair, my friend. When I started out in this business, I wasn't really interested in the guild or being... I didn't mean to imply I was earning an honest... With
Dark
my
Brotherhood, I
lockpicking
guess.
aptitude, I was a natural at jailbreaking. Made a great deal of gold doing it, too. It's where a client pays you to get arrested, and you get thrown into a prison for the express purpose of breaking out. Usually it's to free someone the client cares about, and sometimes... Either way, the trick was in the escape. And that's where my strengths came in. Well, as a jailbreaker, you work alone. I do jobs for the Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood, but if things didn't go as planned, I was on my own. The last jailbreak I attempted failed. I was imprisoned, and after that, I promised myself I'd never do it again. I don't know. I think I realized that out in the world, my skills would bring me more wealth as a thief. Killing someone in a jail is much easier than what the Dark Brotherhood deals with. I already knew Delvin. I asked if I could join up, and that was that.
Let's
I see.
I'm sure
My father told me he found me as a young boy. All he found in my pocket was the tiny smooth stuff. No one does. I must have spent every last coin I've made with the guild trying to find out what it means. Perhaps they could be nonsense, inane scribble, but if not, if they actually mean something, they might tell me where I'm from. What actually, the fisherman who found me thought it was fitting, I suppose. I never changed it because it never felt right to do so. I appreciate that. Keep to the shadows.
You're making waves around here. I like that. Up to no good, are we?
Yeah, train me.
I'll teach you, but it'll cost you. It was on a job. I was working with Vex, and we got... Well, it was. Up until the point where we set foot outside. The house was surrounded by town guard. The Vex just tells me to run. So I did. Huh, are you kidding me? Vex lost them in me? I ran. And I ran. Straight through the gates of Windhelm. And all the way back. Vex was waiting for me at the flagon when I came in. Drenched in sweat. Well, I'd forgotten we had our horses tied up just outside of Windhelm. So,
Oh.
that's how I earned the name.
Interesting.
Now keep it to
The
yourself.
Pier de Fleet.
I wouldn't bother smacking at those hives with a weapon. Set them on fire, and then... I'll point you to the first and last person you're ever going to need to talk. Treat her right, and she'll make you rich. Try and rip her off. You'll have to.
Yeah, I'll keep that in
mind.
mind when I do.
Be pretty tough. I joined up with them. Small clan, maybe 20 men. We'd raid villages, rob caravan. Don't get me wrong. The first few years with all the food I could eat, all the wine I could drink, and all the women I could bed. We raided a caravan one spring. They didn't put up much of a fight. Then the leader of our clan, Garthek, he ordered us to kill the rest.
Interesting.
No, we usually let them go. I refused to do it, and Garthek... Luckily, I had made some friends with the clan who immediately... We tore each other to pieces. After it was over, those of us that remained simply went our separate ways.
And Garthek.
I left his head on a pike at the wreckage of the caravan.
Oh, tough man.
Never knew what became of the rest of the clan that survived. I suppose they moved on, just like I did.
I see. I see.
Pick some fights.
Anyone? Oh,
Come here a second. I used to live in Valenwood, working at my father's winery. We made the finest wine to ever cross your lip. We were doing well. Plenty
Interesting.
of coin, a huge mansion, and I was even betrothed to a lovely young woman.
then what happened?
Because it was dull. Every day was the same boring routine. Working at the winery, social visits with friends, parties with no one I cared about. I just wanted a little excitement. Something dangerous.
Like being a
I hooked up
thief.
with a guild in Valenwood. I think they called themselves the Silver Crescents. Spent quite a few years doing jobs for them. Made a lot of coin, but I didn't care. I didn't really need it. I was running with them because it fit. Made me feel alive. Well, after a while, my father caught on to what I was doing. He confronted me one night and gave me a choice. Either leave Valenwood, or he'd have me thrown into jail.
Oh, interesting.
Gave
And
me a
you
day to say
came
my
to
goodbyes
Riften then.
everyone. I ended up in Skyrim thanks to a contact I'd made when I was with the Crescent. He introduced me to Gallus, and you know what? Despite what I left behind, I don't regret it one bit. The honey they collect on that hunk of rock goes into making Blackbriar mead, just about the best tasting mead in all of Skyrim. I'll show you what I know.
Why?
I'll show you
See,
what I know.
when this stuff happens, it's fucking annoying.
I'll show you
See,
what I
and
know.
it keeps happening.
I'll show you
Yeah,
what I
fuck
know.
you. How about
A lot
that?
of people are beginning to get... If talking your way out of trouble isn't enough. Also, I recommend hitting the training room if you need lockpick practice.
Alright,
Me
Ayala.
out of a jam
I'm still
more than
here.
once.
It's time for us to part ways
I'm
now.
heading home if you need me.
You will not actually help me. Not a lot. See you soon,
Someone who
Ayala.
can get things done.